I know something's about to go down.
They say I'm bankrupt, hard up, but I'm loved up, sunned up, having luck, good luck. I'm in luck. Why? Because I'm in the sun.
What a lunatic.
She's the next big spoken word artist to hit the scene, I heard.
That's actually
In
really
luck.
true.
My face, your face, this table, our table. Who's a table? No one. Sun.
I walked down the street, saw a hedge. Cat, hedge, me, ledge. And of the telly, not smelly. Sun.
And the crowd goes wild.
Whoa. What's the context behind that mental clip? I want to play it again.
She's had a really nice day. hasn't
Oh, they
she?
say I'm bankrupt, hard up, but I'm loved up, sunned up, having luck, good luck. I'm in luck. Why? Because I'm in the sun.
Absolute madness. Do you reckon her drivers is at the front just going, shut the fuck up?
Shush. And she did loads of other ones that were she didn't deem to be good enough, and that was the one she
Oh,
landed
yeah.
on.
Jesus
She's
Christ.
been actually just keep driving around the block. I've got this one's the one.
Next one's in the bag.
They say I'm hard up. Hard luck. No,
I'm in luck.
I'm in luck. Why?
Gad luck.
Because I'm in the sun. Have you seen there is actually an amazing video of Katie Price doing when she released that single.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
And when she's like, turn it up louder. I'm here in my sitting room, laughing at my boys, and I'm thinking, yeah.
What? Her PR manager, who thought it was a good idea
What's the
to
new
get her to do a song?
What's the new program that she's done? Like Katie's Mansion.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm doing up a house
Yeah.
like a mouse. San.
Everything else.
San.
Because I'm in the sun. And you're not in the sun though, are you, Katie? You're in the south of England and no one's seen sun in about 4 months.
Yeah.
That's sun in a can.
What's mad is that show you're on about, that Katie Price's mansion or whatever, does up a mansion. It's like, oh yeah, it's funny, Kate, because you're bankrupt. Or like, you know, the rumours are that you're bankrupt, but like she is back. Whenever celebrities say they're bankrupt, it's like, oh, I've just not paid off all my mega credit cards, but I've still got fucking loads of money.
Right.
So like, what we'll do to make you feel like you're one of the people is we'll buy you a mansion, but it's just a bit shit.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you've got to do it up and people go, oh, poor Kate, you got to do a mansion
It's
now. Oh, but it's good on her
amazing.
for doing it though.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, we're not Katie Price fans though. We're not the demographic.
Speak
so
for
we're
yourself.
not we're not going to enjoy that. But there are Katie Price, like there's obviously a place for Katie Price.
There is a place for Katie
There's
Price.
a place for Katie Price.
There's a place for us. What's that song? A place for us.
I don't know, my love. I think it's off West Side
It's
Story.
West Side Story, isn't it? Yeah,
That was lovely.
Thank you.
You know, in that episode, in 22 Jump Street, you know, when Jonah Hill's like doing that, running,
Oh yeah.
Cynthia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's what Katie Price is just doing.
Yeah, absolutely. She has got a career as a spoken poet artist.
Oh, gosh, them teeth alone.
Oh, we're fucking
you
this as well,
you could write a whole poem about how bright they
Oh,
are.
shiny
I needed
whites.
my like sunnies on.
Sparkling when they hit the sun.
sun.
Yeah. Well, I remember as a young boy, Katie Price was the pinnacle of women. You know,
Not going well.
as a kid, you just thought, as a young boy, you were obsessed with tits, and the first person you thought of was Katie Price.
Well, she was known as that. Yeah, she paved the way for like in Britain those like not pin-up, pastry kind of things. And then she married a pop star.
Footballer.
Very, footballer 1st. Who was she married to?
I don't think she was married to him, but she had a She had a relationship with Dwight York, or was it Andy Cole? Because that's who Harvey's dad is.
Oh, of course.
I can't remember what he is.
Yeah, really interesting career, Katie Price.
Yeah.
Like, really interesting.
For a long time now.
Yeah, people give her loads of shit. I
How
love
old
it.
do you reckon
I think
she
she's
is?
great. I think she's probably mid-40s.
Yeah. 43.
Oh, okay. 43. Yeah.
But she's been around for a long time, which means that she was probably
Oh, well young, 15.
So yeah, when she started her career, she must have been 18, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
Because how old is 43? Take away 18, so she would have been 25 years in the business.
Yeah.
Which is about right. I started wanking.
You've got to give it to her. She really has done well for a career, like making a career out of not a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kept it going. And not a lot of women who were on page 3 in the early ages have like carried it on.
Yeah. There's only so many times you get your tits out.
And also, well, hasn't she gone on OnlyFans now?
Yes, she has. Yeah.
Well, she can keep getting them out, love. You can do whatever you want.
I don't think she gets them out on OnlyFans. I think that was the thing. It was like
people are paying, but she's not doing it.
And she just puts basically her Instagram photos, which are just like standard bikini pics or whatever.
Yeah, but people still love it. People still want to see it.
Yeah. I tell you who needs to get on OnlyFans.
Who?
Britney Spears. She's fucking slinging them about.
Yeah, she should actually. She should make. Yeah, now she's got her own income. She could really like double her income.
Yeah. She needs to calm down on Instagram and put all that stuff on OnlyFans.
Well, Alfie, you might be saying something quite not quite right there. A lot of fans of Britney Spears are applauding her for her newfound social media presence.
I'm not slagging her. Mm-hmm. I think we've already talked about this on the pod. I'm not slagging her.
Have we?
Yeah, I ain't slagging her at all.
It is bizarre.
I'm saying she could make more money.
Yeah.
She's calm down on Instagram and take it over to OnlyFans.
Yeah, she definitely should actually. Yeah. That's a really good point. Put all of the dancing videos on there.
All the nuds, all the nubbies, all the what's the word? What's the word you use for a woman who's hot for it? Thirsty. All the thirsty pics. Put them on OnlyFans.
Thirsty pics, OnlyFans. She'd make a lot, but she's not doing it for money though. She's doing it because she doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, she's doing it for
and
the
that's why the fans
freedom.
love her.
Yeah,
I don't know the whole thing, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not equipped. Anyway, hi.
Hello, welcome to the show, everyone.
I Could Be Your Grandma, episode 16.
16.
And we're all here together, which is nice.
Thank God.
Let's all take a moment to appreciate that.
We should probably put a disclaimer out that we're recording this quite far in advance.
Yeah.
Because we're having a little holiday.
We're having a little holiday, aren't we?
So if the world has ended and this scheduled episode has come out and we're all clawing through, whatever madness is going on,
right?
Just be aware.
Yeah.
We didn't know it had happened.
Right.
When we recorded it.
Yeah.
So if we get anything wrong, it's because we're a week behind.
I also think it's funny when we talk about a topic and then that topic becomes heavily argued in the news that week. Like one week we were like, yeah, Joe Rogan should keep his podcast going, and then he said the N-word.
Oh, we're like, Jesus.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Redacted comments.
But it came out the week.
Yeah, I know. It was
we were like,
bad.
yeah, Joe Rogan should just keep doing what he's doing. Like,
I know. We can't take it down either. Well, we can take it down, but it doesn't age well.
But this is the problem, though. Our listeners know who we are, know that we don't have any ill intention, and also no one listens to us, so it's fine.
There you go.
But welcome. How's everything been? How's your week been?
It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw a traumatic incident that I've not actually told you about. Semi-traumatic. Could have been traumatic.
A near miss.
A near miss.
Please describe it.
A near miss. It reminded me. I can't remember what the quote was, who it's from, where they say, we all run towards
death,
trauma. We love
drama,
bad news, and we love seeing people in pain. There's a reason why we like the news. It's because it's all bad stuff. Kind of reminded me of this, actually. But then at the same time, it restored my faith in humanity.
Tell me all.
So, there's a road in Manchester. I'm not saying the name because I always forget the name. I think it's Cross Street or something. Anyway, there's a tram line on it. It's near where I work.
Right.
There's tram lines on that road.
Yeah.
And there was a young female biker commuting to work, right? And what was going on? It's quite a busy road. So tram behind her, right? Van behind her, biker. So that's where it goes. It goes tram, van, bike.
Tram, van, bike.
Yeah.
That's the Dick Van Dyke's cousin.
yeah, or the Dutch football striker.
Yeah.
Tram, van, bike.
Yeah.
Oh, we've kicked it
Great,
off.
great. We're off. We're
There
going.
we go.
We're
Now,
going.
first joke's done. First joke's always the hardest. So tram, van, bike, panicking because you've got van and tram was hooting because the van was being respectful and not overtaking
The
or
bike.
like hurrying the bike up. Yeah. Because that bit of road actually isn't that long until you get a bit where the bike can come off.
Have a question. Where were you? On the tram?
No, I was on street opposite side.
So it went tram, van, bike, Alfie
on the other side.
On the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a coffee.
Nice.
Toast me there.
Yeah.
I was looking and I was like ahead so I could see they were coming towards me. And I was looking because I was going to cross the street. I thought, I'll wait for the bike van tram to pass. And woman panicked, right? Because the tram hooted again. And she was on the bit of the road where the tram tracks in the middle, right? So she panics and she goes off to the left. She goes to come off to the left to pull in so the van can go past and then the tram can go past. But as she pulls in, her front wheel lodges in the tram track and she goes flying off. But she goes flying off and hits a bin. She hits a street bin. So she like bounces back into the road and her bike's there. Van slams on, doesn't hit her, doesn't hit the bike, like just like stops before the bike. Tram slams on, doesn't hit the van.
Oh my
right?
gosh.
But the tram driver was like, got on the tannoy thing, like, you shouldn't be biking on the tram road or whatever. Not like,
Are you okay?
Like she hit the bin really hard.
It sounds like a kind of Dick Van Dyke kind of film. Like this sounds so
It does
farcical.
actually, yeah.
Back in the road.
And
The bin on her head.
yeah, banana peels off on her shoulders. Like, what? And the birds are going. And so she's obviously mortified and so embarrassed, right? And then, but like loads of people on the other side. So I was like, oh shit. And I started to cross over to be like, are you okay? Is everything all right? But people had got to her before. And I thought, well, I won't crowd her because she'll make her feel even more embarrassed.
Yeah.
But people on her side of the road were like filming it. Because I think they thought the tram driver was going to get annoyed and there was going to be an argument. And what happened, I think, why they started filming, because the van driver got out and it was a council van.
Right.
So it was like worker, high vis, big guy.
Right.
And I think everyone thought it was going to be like, you're a fucking idiot for bike. But the van driver was dead nice to her. It was really nice. And the tram was beeping to like get him to move.
Yeah.
And he was like, wait a minute. She's just falling off her bike.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. That's really made me feel really nice that he did that. Yeah.
And I thought, if I was that woman, I'd rather have. I'd wish they killed me.
I know, just
like,
run me over.
Yeah, I don't want to. So like, look up after you just fall, you hurt, hit a bin, falling off your bike.
Yeah.
And then you look around and people filming you, and like, like pretty much rush hour before work
you'd
starts.
feel like a right spanner, wouldn't you?
You'd feel
especially because she's probably been biking really quickly. Like, oh god.
Yeah, she's out of breath.
But don't you feel like when you're panicked, it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like something's terrible is going to happen. Always does. When you panic about something, that thing always just happens.
Yeah.
It's like if she was calm and just, she probably wouldn't have like.
No, yeah,
it's so funny. But
Yeah,
she's like, she's probably panicking. And just, oh god, that's why you will never see me on a bike.
No.
On a bike, on a tram. Oh gosh, it's got heart palpitations thinking about it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I nearly fell over the other day. I was running and I tripped, tripped over my own foot. Like just wasn't picking up my feet. It was kind of like, it's like lazily running.
Lazy running.
Yeah, and
was there a tram and a van behind you?
No, there wasn't.
So no excuse.
But there were a couple of people that were on the opposite side of the road, and I just did that thing, when you like lean forward and then you try and catch yourself.
Yeah.
And I was proper flailing, my arms are out.
Yeah.
And I was running for like a good couple of seconds before I kind of Oh, okay.
You caught
carry
your
on.
feet back. You matched your momentum.
I had to go faster, put my head down. It's like, get up, get up, and then through it.
Right.
I think I looked really cool.
Yeah, well done.
I think everyone around who saw it went, she's a cool person who dealt with that really coolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Wow, drama. Why would people get their phones out? It's so disheartening.
I think it was like they were preempting confrontation, and that's all fucking social media is at the minute. It's like videos of people arguing on streets.
Yeah.
And like, confrontation. People love watching confrontation videos.
Yeah. Well, it sells. Bad news sells.
Exactly.
Good news doesn't. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, she eventually dusted herself off and she kept saying like, "Oh, I'm fine. It's my fault. It's fine. I'm so sorry. I'm fine. And the van driver was dead nice to him. He's like, "It wasn't your fault. Don't worry about it."
But if a tram is also beeping at you, you're going to be a bit stressed out.
Yeah.
Tram drivers.
And I don't think there's a rule that you can't bike on that street.
I think there probably
I don't think there is. Because you can drive down it. I don't see why you can't bike down it.
That's a good point, actually. People give cyclists a real hard time, don't they?
Yeah.
But we all should be cycling. I thought this the other day, like, why, we should make it illegal for unnecessary cars in the city.
I think they are, aren't they?
No.
They're not doing that. Is that all that green zone?
Oh, the green zone. Yeah, that's true. Maybe they are. Maybe they're trying to phase them out. I think if you're in this, but then put more money into public transport. And make sure your trams run on the weekend. Thank you.
No. Well,
Let's not get into the politics of the tram.
I thought I pay so much for my monthly pass tram tickets or whatever, and like they make a fortune. But what, they're going to shut it down? They're not going to. They're going to shut it down on the weekend.
I know.
Anyway, this is boring.
I know. Yeah. Let's get over the tram talk. It's too tram heavy.
We'll move on, shall we?
Do you want to?
But yes, no, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm really good. Yeah, I'm really good. Well, I might look a little bit dewy.
Oh yeah.
Because
you're rolling in the spring grass again, darling.
With the birds out and all of that, I've got a bit excited. Now I went to a hot yoga class today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A Bikram.
Well, we don't call it Bikram anymore, thank you.
Oh, is that the one that you don't call?
We don't call it Bikram in the community.
Oh, why not?
Because he sexually assaulted all of the women.
Oh.
Like, he basically brought over... It's all nonsense, really. Hot yoga is just kind of like, it's weird.
What do they call it in
bullshit.
India? Surely it's just yoga.
Yeah.
Because it's hot all the time.
Yeah, it's essentially that. Yeah, absolutely.
Is Bikram a Western thing?
Yeah, so Bikram Chowdhury was a yogi in India, moved over to California and was like, right, let's just bring Indian heat into these
Western
yoga
studios.
And then call it something fancy after
and then
himself.
Bang all the women.
And then perfect excuse to buy all these fancy things and have sex with all the women.
You would though, wouldn't you?
No, you wouldn't, Alfie. You wouldn't.
If you were seen as a yogi.
The power
yogi rock star.
Yeah, he was a yogi rock star back in the...
That's what I mean.
Yogi
rock star. But was he abusing them though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm not condoning that. I'm saying if you were a yogi rock star, it's a sexy thing, isn't it?
Right.
Sexy spiritual thing.
But it's not very yogi. That's the point.
Is it not?
It goes against the philosophy of yoga, which is everything is meaningless. So real yogis probably don't have sex.
Is yoga and Kama Sutra not linked in any way then?
Well, this is it. So then the people who use those energies, aren't there? Use like sexual energy and focus that
and
into
like tantra and
yeah.
Isn't that all? Is that not all Indian?
Well, yeah. But it's all. But I think I don't think yoga is like in its essence sexy. It shouldn't be. I don't think it should be.
No.
I think the more you
in
gear towards that,
right.
I think you then step away from the
fun.
Yeah. The good times, yeah. But he was proper abusing him in those hot rooms.
Yeah, no,
they got well sweaty, and then he just,
Is there a documentary about it?
Yes, it is really interesting.
Is it? Yeah.
But I got quite into hot.
You weren't abused.
I wasn't abused. No abuse, except self-inflicted because it's the worst thing in the world. It's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't agree with it being like people going, it's the way, it's the best thing ever. It feels good when you come out and you've sweated buckets, but I don't think you should do it very often. I actually don't think it's very good for you at all if you overly do it, which I have done, and it's not good.
No.
you remember when I did it like every day for like 2 months, and I got like sunburn, but there was no rash. It was like extreme
it was like
sunburn
heat stroke on
under
your
my
skin or something, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mad class. Everyone's doing handstands and stuff, and I wasn't. Obviously, I was just kind of doing my own little thing, and sweating so much. It's really hot.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it before?
I have done it before. Yeah, I quite liked it, but I think I liked it because it made me really flexible.
That's
but
the
then
thing.
as soon as I wasn't in the class, I wasn't that flexible.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I'm not very flexible.
Right.
So then when I got in there and I thought, whoa, I can actually do this. It's because your muscles are just dead hot.
Yeah, that's why people will go. They're like, oh, great. I do my normal practice. So let's just go into this dead hot room and do like crazy things I won't be able to do and then leave.
I've started to sweat more than I've ever sweated in my life.
Wow.
So like, because I remember when I did the hot yoga, this was just before I met you, because there used to be a centre in Manchester that I went to. And when I did it there, I remember it was so hot, but like, and I sweated because you can't not.
No.
But like,
Some people don't know.
no, they're weird.
Yeah, some people I don't know.
But I remember like sweating, but you know, not bad. And then I don't know what happened, but when we moved to Toronto, and when I did Muay Thai, I was like, because the only exercise I used to do before that was like weights, and I'd do running.
Right.
And like I would sweat when I ran, but not crazy. Not crazy.
Yeah.
And then I did Muay Thai, and I remember thinking, I just drip. I was like a waterfall.
Yeah, but isn't it the more water you drink, the more you sweat?
But I used to
That's
drink
why I
a
think
lot
I don't
anyway.
normally sweat that much because
Yeah, you are just a little prune.
You always joke that when I go for a wee, it's just like a little cube.
It's a little cube of
because a condensed
tiny bit of moisture that you've got and the fluid in your body.
Ding. And because I don't drink an awful lot of water.
But now, when I'm at the gym, anything I do, I sweat so much. I don't know, is that a thing when you get older, you sweat more?
I don't know. Maybe it's a condition we should have looked into.
Maybe.
You know, what's the comedian? Lee.
Oh, Lee Matt, yeah. He
No,
sweats
not
a
Lee
lot,
Matt.
really.
Lee.
Oh, Lee Evans.
Lee Evans.
Yeah.
He has like a condition. Doesn't he get like doesn't he get like what's it? I don't know, like injections
Yeah, he does.
to stop him sweating.
So I've either got low blood sugar, thyroid issues, or I'm pregnant.
Oh, congratulations. How
So-
far along are you?
Well, Jesus, by looking at me. I don't know, third trimester maybe.
Hey, not for that. You look great. You look proper in shape.
Thanks.
You went to the gym today as well. We've both been very active.
I know, it's been an active day.
Well, active life, got to keep it going. There is somebody I want to bring to your attention for this episode because I came across this man and he has fascinated me beyond belief. And I really don't know anything about this type of performance entertainment. And I just wanted to get your opinion.
Okay.
I came across this guy. I won't tell you how, but he came into my life quite randomly. His name is Jonathan Royal.
Okay.
And he's a comedy hypnotist.
Right.
Who
Oh
does
yeah, I've heard about these things.
have you? Because I've never heard of it.
I've heard it on like an American podcast where like one of them's been like, oh, my friend's a hypnotist comedian. He's really funny. He's really good. But I've never seen him. It's my worst nightmare, essentially. Like if someone said, do you want to go see a comedian hypnotist? I'd go, no.
I really want to
absolutely not.
go.
No, you wouldn't get me there. I'd be like, I definitely don't want to see that.
Do you not want to see it, or is it you don't want to be pulled up?
Don't want to be pulled up. Don't really like laughing at people that much that are doing stupid stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel really upset for them,
Well,
embarrassed for them.
That's ironic considering you went to Jeremy Kyle 4 times.
Right. It's different. They were unwell. And I'm allowed to. They were scum of society. No, I find it, I feel like it falls under that bracket of forced fun. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah. But isn't that what everything is, really? Anything that's funny and there's entertainment is kind of forced upon you, and you like it or you don't like it.
Maybe.
I mean, if you don't want to go to the show, then I'll have to resell the tickets.
Definitely do. I'll take someone else because that's The reason is because I wouldn't be able to enjoy any moment of the evening apart from when I left.
What about
with relief of not getting pulled
Oh my
up.
gosh! But I would. Would you not just want to experience it because it's so funny and so ridiculous?
Is it funny?
Yeah, but it's not. That's my point. Is it like, especially? In fact, I haven't even shown you Jonathan Royal. I mean, he's a class act. So
I guarantee it'll make me.
He knows what he's doing.
No, this is a really long clip.
Oh, there are a lot. I should say. Like,
Skip through.
I like the beginning.
Let's
really,
find a. Yeah, maybe.
really sets the scene.
The more I see,
So it's like a blue. Is it like tongue in cheek?
the more I want you.
Oh, we might get flagged for that song actually. Let's skip through.
So I've come across this. He's got loads of YouTube videos back in like early 2000s, or would you say early 2000s or 90s maybe?
I'd say this has got late 90s, early 2000s written all over it.
And all his videos are
Working
from then.
men's clubs, yeah.
Work in these social clubs.
Yeah.
He goes in on a Friday night, Saturday night, the locals come in, they get a bit pissed, and then they all come up on stage and he hypnotizes them in a funny way that everyone in the crowd.
Let's have a look at one of his acts then.
You find that suntan lotion for you, get that rubbed in, it'll cool you down as you're in the clothes. Suntan lotion for you, some suntan lotion for you, that'll cool you down, rub it in. Some suntan lotion for you, and some suntan lotion for you. Get it rubbed in, 'cause it's 200 degrees, it's getting hotter. The hotter it gets, the quicker you have to rub it in. 250 degrees, 300 degrees is getting hotter. Gentlemen, your bollocks are burning, it's red hot, 300 degrees, your bollocks are burning. 350 degrees, darling, your tits are burning, 400 degrees,
Oh, the crowd are loving it.
and that suntan lotion now is attracting the flies. The flicking it in, they're coming down those flies. Flick them off you don't like those flies.
Yeah, mad. I know the conversations of people leaving that place already. I don't know how he fucking does it. How does he fucking do it? Barbie, you never guess what he made Darry do last night. Made him think you're putting suntan lotion on his bollocks. How does he do it?
When he was inside wearing clothes.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
And you'd feel so weird, wouldn't you? Because if you have no recollection of the thing that you've done and everyone's like, you were so ridiculous, you were so stupid, we all laughed at you. You'd be like, why? What did you all do to me?
Maybe I would like doing it then if I don't remember.
Oh, right, yeah.
If you don't, because that's my thing is like if I don't, I'd be like embarrassed about looking like an idiot.
But
if
you
I
won't
don't
remember it.
you know, what's the big deal then?
Well, this is the thing. Do you think it's legit?
How does he get that many people to go along with it? Like, because part of me is genuinely thinking, like, oh, I wonder how he does that.
Well, this is the thing. I don't know. I don't understand hypnotism at all. Can you give me like a crash course? Do you know anything about it?
When have I ever? Where do you think my crash course in hypnotism is going to come from?
I just feel like you know about these things.
I've watched a few videos. I've watched a few. Sorry, what were you going to say?
How have you? Like, do you know? You probably know more about the science behind it than I do. Honestly don't get it. I either think it's all a lie or it's legit and just.
No, I think it is legit. I think there is some legit techniques there. I think. Do you know what? I think his job's probably a lot easier because I think it depends. It takes a certain type of person, and I'm not going to say what type of person, to be more susceptible to hypnotism than others.
Yeah.
Like, I think I am a
No.
hypnotist's worst nightmare.
Right.
Because I'm constantly
Aware.
paranoid, aware, anxious about, you know, my mind is not in a space in which it could be freely manipulated like that.
I've just had an idea.
Go on.
Why don't we invite him round and pay him? Like, we could be like, right, Jonathan Royal, we'll get you like chippy tea.
He
couple
would
of
as well.
beers, come on the podcast.
He would come.
I know. And then he'd make you come.
Yeah,
and
he definitely
and
would.
you'd never remember it. You just wake up covered in your own cum. And I go,
Oh.
Alfie, that's the episode. 17, done.
Ah, he would come on as well.
Yeah, I know. I think it'd be brilliant. I think how great would it be? I don't understand. He could tell us how it works. He could talk us through. He could maybe put us under his northern
But this is
spell.
the thing, I don't think I would. I don't think it'd work on me. But maybe it would. I don't know. But
It might work on me, maybe.
yeah, it could work on you.
How wild would that be if we got him round?
What would you do if we did it and then at the end I said,
We're both asleep like that. He's just robbing us.
yeah, he just Robert is blind. We're both naked.
Yeah.
God. Or what would you do if you woke up and I said, yeah, we just had a threesome? I told him, just put her out. We'll have a threesome.
I go, well, this is out of character. This is not the man of marriage.
no, but I'm joking.
Right,
But
okay.
you would doubt it for the rest of your life, wouldn't you?
If I blacked out,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I was in a room with two men. I mean, one, I trust with everything. Now suddenly I've questioned that.
What a hypnotist.
No, and you.
Trust it. What's he called?
Jonathan Royal.
Jonathan Royal.
The magical guru. I also think it's quite funny that he's northern. Like, I never expect northern people to have them skills.
Yeah.
Like, we're great people, but you never think, because his catchphrase is wake, wakey, wake. What is it? Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. And that's the thing that takes people. That's the thing that takes people out of the trance.
The trance, yeah.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. And then they all go. And then they all,
You're right. You sound quite out there.
and then that's the thing. I just think that's a phrase that maybe only northern people could be hypnotized by that. Like, if you saw them, you're like, fuck off.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think. Do you want to know how it works?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I don't know how it works, but I know a little bit. So Darren Brown tells you how he does it sometimes, because he does a lot of that, doesn't he? The old like, okay, touch your head, and you're like,
Yeah.
and you're like, how does he do that?
How do you just touch someone's head
Yeah.
and they're asleep?
He talks about it a little bit. He did a podcast episode, I think maybe with Adam Buxton, where he talks
I know.
about
Well,
it a little
I
bit.
listened to that, but he didn't really give anything away, did
I think
he?
I think he did on Rogan actually. I think it was Joe Rogan he went on.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there is a podcast where I've heard him talk about it in more detail.
Okay.
And essentially it's like it's you're making the brain glitch out of its regular behavior. So like in society we have routine.
Right.
We have like our brain is used to, so you're almost predicting the next step of what's going to happen in like an interaction. So if you go to a cash out woman or man, you go, here's some bread, and they go, thank you, that's £5 please, and you go, there's £5, and then they give you a receipt, and then you go. And like if you meet someone, you like shake their hand and go, hey, I'm Alfie, and they go, hello, I'm Brian, and then that's the interaction sort of thing. So what he does is that the way you do it is that you take a situation like that, or you take an interaction like that, but you confuse the brain with something that it's not expecting.
Yeah.
So like when he shakes someone's hand, I think he like taps their forehead and like squeezes their hand really hard, and it's like something that makes their brain out of that usual behavior pattern rhythm thing is like, whoa, and then you just listen to what he says.
So it must be really hard to do it on stage, though, if you're expecting him to do it.
Yeah.
That's what's really weird. I kind of understand the diverting your attention.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you can kind of catch a moment where you're like, yeah, why did I just put my... Yeah. But when it's on stage and everyone's watching, you think people will be like mega alert, like, you're not putting me to sleep.
Yeah.
And then they do. Well, they might do. Some of them, I think, play up to it. A lot of his videos
Yes.
are people who are just like clearly not hypnotized and they're just going along with it.
Yeah.
And I wonder how he stage manages that, knowing that people aren't under, but are pretending to be.
I reckon that's why I'll get like a big group of people up.
Right.
And then for those that it doesn't work for,
Right.
he like then hones in on the people that it is working for, and then doesn't really do as much to the others.
There must be a real skill as well at picking people who are probably more likely. So he isn't just selecting random people. He's like, I'm assuming carefully going, okay, yeah, there. I've heard, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how much is in it. What I do really like is his website.
Oh.
It's given me some real like vibes of...
Have you sent me to his website? Oh yeah, here it is.
Isn't it like just so
Look at this.
amazing?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's put a lot of time into this.
Jonathan Royal. And he's put like the mind and the blue face.
So he's got belly button reading as a service.
What? What's that?
Live show belly buttons. He went on this morning.
What? Oh my gosh. Can we play this?
Yeah.
Now, of all the statistics we featured on this show, this must be the most startling. Your belly button could be harbouring more than 2,000 different species of bacteria. I rest my case. Don't touch it.
Once you've got over the shock of that, although if it's always been like that, and we seem to be surviving perfectly well, nothing to worry about, it could also be harbouring the secrets of your past, present and future, allegedly. And because we love an alternative psychic reading on the show, the one Ellie Ross, we thought we'd have a little bit of
Any
that.
Canadian listeners?
We're joined now by foot reader Jane Sheenham.
But in this case, orange is wanting to be the life and soul of the party.
Oh, yes, that's me.
Toes don't go up in a nice, even line. They're a bit higgledy-piggledy.
A bit like me too. Just one of me 5 a day.
What's going on?
Oh, my goodness me.
Oh, my Lord.
Something is coming into your life. Could be anything.
Thanks for being so precise.
I get a feeling that you're quite emotional.
You are allowed to
Oh my God, they had a second.
So is your left bottom your past and your right butt cheek the future?
Yes. Very sensitive, and I would say...
Haven't we just? But here to talk us through what your belly button could be saying about you is Jonathan Royal. Hello.
Hi. Where does this come from, then?
Right, I'll be totally honest with you. This all started as a joke and a gimmick to attract people to my stand when I was doing psychic fairs at the age of 14, doing tarot reading.
Right.
Because I'd read something in a book on the Native American Indians. They have a belief system called shamanism. And within that, they say there's 7 energy points in your body. Now, one of them that's most popularly known is the third eye, and people say it's in the centre of your head. And the other one is, well, one of the other 7 is around where your belly button is, and it's called the base chakra. And it occurred to me that if there's this theory, like with psychometry, where you hold someone's jewellery and you're tapping into the energy, that surely if you could get closer to somebody's energy, that you'd be able to tap into that. And what better place than being able to stick your finger in somebody's belly button?
You say there are 6 different types of belly buttons. 7?
Oh, sorry, 6 types of belly buttons, 7 energy points in the body.
OK.
So,
oh, my God.
Right.
What are the different types of belly button?
Have we got...
Yes, of course.
We've got some images now.
We've got some images prepared of belly buttons that I can talk about.
If you could just show me the different types of belly buttons, that'd be great. I'll talk you through each one.
It is generalised because everyone tends to have elements.
This must be a nightmare for you because you hate belly buttons, don't
I
you?
absolutely hate belly
buttons. Look at
buttons.
that. It's not a good one, is it? It's not a good belly button, though.
One, but generally speaking,
they don't exist.
You've got the horizontal, so it's sort of oblongy from left to right.
Which means what?
Tends to indicate someone who's very down to earth. They can be quite a complex thing.
I've never heard this.
Analytical type of person.
OK, the next one is the vertical navel.
And the clue is there, it's pointing upwards towards the person's head, so it tends to indicate someone who can be headstrong.
You're buying into it already.
Mind up,
You're
they
like,
can actually cut the nose off to spite.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody...
He's right, actually.
No, about there being different types of belly buttons.
Yeah,
not that they mean different things.
Well, there's different types of faces, Bridge. But it doesn't mean that it's like legit science.
But maybe he's got me.
I saw your face then, and you were like, it was like you found your new calling.
The face, even when they know something's wrong.
Can I just say something? My belly button has changed shape since I've had a baby. Does that mean my personality has
too? Good point, Holly.
Good question.
That is a very good question.
Yeah.
It's a good question because, Ollie, it's all bullshit. And I don't really have an answer for it, to be honest. It's...
Imagine if he went, that actually means that you've become a really bad mum.
that would be amazing.
Interesting that yours has changed. Well, that does mean that you're a terrible, terrible parent.
Are you a shit mum? Because I think your belly button says you are.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Shit mum. And he just looks at people's belly buttons and tells them like how terrible they are. Bad at cooking. Has a terrible relationship with their mother. Oh my God. Fit. Will have sex with me later.
How fucking much of a bitch is Ollie Willoughby?
Well,
because she was like, she was like,
she said what we're all thinking.
She was, yeah, I know, to be fair, but she was proper pleased with herself that she's embarrassed this man coming on to talk about belly button reading, and she's like, my belly button's changed, so has my personality changed? And
sorry.
then Phil's like, good question. And she's got a little chuffy on because she's embarrassed this poor northern belly button psychic.
Well, she's embarrassed, potentially a bit of a con man now.
But he said at the start, he started off as a joke.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so great.
Let's finish this video, shall we?
Yes, please.
To be a reflection of who you are. It's not necessarily how other people see you, it's who you truly are inside. And we're all constantly throughout our lives are changing our personality to some extent based on what's going on in our life.
So yes.
So yeah.
Okay, the next one.
Yeah. He fucking nailed it, didn't he? Yeah. No, yeah. It was one of those answers where he realised at the end he just pulled it back. He was like, yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Outie.
Outie. It's point out, it's going out, it's outgoing, it's extroverted. Generally speaking, the more it sticks out, the more extroverted.
Bearing in mind that this was decided when your umbilical cord was
now
cut.
people say this, hang on, well, it's all to do how
Hang on, Phil, shut the fuck up, yeah?
I've got another one for you. Here we go. He's just talking and words are coming out. Like, he's making this up on the spot. That's how...
Imagine this was like done... This was obviously filmed, like... Obviously, like 5+ years ago. Imagine if he looks at Phil's and went, "You're gay, mate."
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but I'm getting serious gay energy from your belly button. And Phil's like,
"Bullshit! It's all bollocks. This. It's all bollocks."
Yeah.
But really,
I'm happily married with children. Thank
Phil
you.
knew.
Yeah. Well, maybe he had a little session with Jonathan Royal.
Maybe. When you wake up, Phil, you're gonna be gay.
Can we start that rumour that like Phil's not gay, he was just hypnotised by Jonathan Royal? It's all been a big ruse.
Jonathan Royal turned Phil gay.
I actually want him on the show. Can we get him? Can we invite him round?
No.
Be a bit odd,
He'll make me do things. He'll look at my belly button and tell me all the things I don't want to know about myself.
I hate belly buttons. Maybe that says something about me.
Yeah. I wonder if your belly button looks like you hate belly buttons.
You go, you don't have a good relationship with belly buttons, do you?
Yeah.
And my belly button goes, yeah, she always hates on me. She doesn't like me. She never gives me any attention. There was a guy at school who used to pick the cheese out of his belly button and eat it.
God. Ugh. Bridget, why have you just ruined her perfectly?
I just wanted to finish on a good note.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so we're going to get him on the show and he's going to hypnotise me. He's going to talk about the philosophy of shamanism and chakras.
I would be keen to get him on because I think he would be he'd be a really odd guest. Imagine if Jonathan Royal was our first guest on the podcast. That would be a
might be
statement.
great.
I think the only way's down after that, isn't it, really? He's the pinnacle of guests.
Up or down, depending on how your belly button.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wonder if he could, predict the future of this podcast and stuff. Because he sounds like he's, jack of all trades, master of none kind of.
He dips his fingers in all the belly buttons.
Yeah, does he put his finger in people's belly buttons?
He said,
then?
didn't he, at the start of the interview, he's like, it's a perfect place to put your finger in and find out about someone. I'm like, fucking putting your finger in someone's belly button.
Not in these times. You can't do that.
Not in these times, Jonathan Royal.
No. Do people... Oh, everyone has a belly button, don't they? I was just going to say...
You don't get smooths. Oh, maybe you don't. Actually, should we have a little Google? Do you get smooth belly buttons?
You can't do because... this is like my worst nightmare. Like a phobia. I hate them so much.
Oh, God, there's some awful questions on Google, isn't there? No, I don't think you can.
Outies are the worst things in the world. They need to be... If you have an outie...
It's an odd one, isn't it?
Go home.
Yeah, they are really... They're one of those things that we probably don't address enough in society. Belly buttons.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up. I think here on this podcast, we talk about the real issues.
The belly button pod.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's such a strange part of our bodies that we don't necessarily... I don't look at someone and go, I wonder what your belly button looks like.
I know, and are you ever disappointed with someone's belly button? It's got to be really gross.
I'm not disappointed, but I'm sometimes taken aback.
I didn't expect you were an outie.
Yeah, but when you see a weird belly button, it is quite startling, isn't it?
I don't see people's belly buttons that often.
Oh, you're missing out.
I don't see the belly buttons of my family or friends that often.
If your mum's belly button was in the lineup, do you reckon you could pull it out?
It'd probably look a bit like mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. I wonder if I wonder if genetics plays part in belly buttons. I don't know. Probably not.
Maybe belly buttons are the key. We're missing out. Maybe it is. Maybe there is something in there. Key to life is in this little dark crevice.
Well, this is the
bell.
thing. There is something mysterious about holes, isn't there?
Talk to me. Jonathan's. This is the power of Jonathan Royal. He gets in your head.
Yeah.
He evokes a lot.
There's a mystery to a place that you can't see inside of, isn't there? And like, I know your belly buttons are quite shallow, and for those that don't have an outie, or those that have have an outie, it's not really a hole, but it still kind of is. You were fed through that. There's mystery and magic in that little fleshy hole.
Should we go
I want to get lubed up and find out what it is.
Should we go and have a look at each other's? Just
Yeah,
stare into it.
I look at your belly button quite a lot, though.
Okay, let's not talk about that. But like,
I'm always down there.
But imagine if you like stared into one and then like you're looking at it, and then there was just this figure that came into play, and it was Jonathan going, "Wakey, wakey, rise and shine."
Yeah, wakey, wakey. And then I snap out of it, and I'm on stage, and it's 2004, and this whole 15-year period was just a dream that he put me under.
And you were the guy who was putting pretending to put sun cream on your body.
My God. No, that's a scary thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that was.
Well, I'll get in contact with him.
Yeah, you ask. You ask and see if he's up for it. Because we'll have to pay him though, won't we?
We just need to have like a safe word. Well, no, maybe he wants the exposure. Maybe he'd come for free. I mean, the way I came across him, I think he's probably looking for any gig he can get.
I wonder if he looks at his website and then if he saw our website, he would be blown away. If he was like, I didn't know websites could look like that.
Yeah.
His website is insane.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's proper old school.
Is that part of his marketing though? Is that part of his charm?
Yeah, that's why I like him.
Yeah.
So
well,
hard.
We'll see. Who knows? Maybe episode.
Yeah, watch this space,
next
guys.
One, we'll have him on.
And if you see us talking weirdly, maybe we're under his spell.
Well, thanks.
I don't know.
Thanks for bringing Jonathan into our lives. I'm sure he won't be the last time he appears on this pod.
Hopefully not.
And thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah.
You can find us at iCouldBeYourGrandma.com. Sign up to our newsletter. You can find us on social media at iCouldBeYour_grandma. You can find us on Facebook at iCouldBeYourGrandma. Email the show, contact iCouldBeYourGrandma.com.
Yeah, and then go, one thing for certain, just as soon as you finish listening to this, go and look in the mirror, take a deep, dark look at your belly button and see what it says about you. And I think the world will be a better place for us all for doing that. Send images.
Send in your belly buttons for Bridget so I can show her all your beautiful belly buttons. Right. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Love you very much.
I love you too.
Take care.
Speak soon.